Make the ground shake.
What's going on, guys? TGI here. Welcome back to another video. Now, I've tried to do this one at least 5 times now, and I keep failing every time. Something keeps going wrong. I'm beginning to suspect that I'm not supposed to make this video. So if I get through this one and you're seeing it, that means that I actually succeeded with something in my life. Now, a few months back, I got a job as a delivery driver for a local pizza place here in town. And over those couple months of delivering, I've come up with a short list, and I'm gonna call this list 5 things that your delivery driver wished that you knew. One thing I want to make very clear while I'm filming this is that I don't want to come off like I'm complaining, ranting about my dislikes and, things that really annoy me. I just want to make this as informative as entertaining as possible, and hope that it can help both sides of the spectrum, both as the customer and as the delivery driver, make both of our lives a little bit easier. And I also want to be very clear that this is not just a list of my pet peeves. These are also things that I have talked to other drivers about, and I've taken their input into consideration, and some of these points are from them. Now, the first one may seem astoundingly obvious, but unfortunately it actually happens a lot. And the first point is to be home. That's right. That's the first point. We're starting on a strong foot here. Unfortunately, it happens fairly often where we go to a house and we knock and we ring the doorbell and no one's home. And when we call the person, they're out shopping or running errands, doing whatever, it just not being home. So it really would just make our job easier, as well as your dinner or lunch, whatever you plan on doing with that food. It would make our delivery of that food much easier if you were simply home when you ordered a delivery. And the second point is fairly similar to that, and that is to pay attention to your door. I can't tell you how many times I've knocked, rang the doorbell, knocked again, rang the doorbell again, and gotten no answer. And when I call the person, they're like, "Oh yeah, I was just in the back doing something. Hang on, I'll be right there." It's not that big of a deal. It's mostly just a waste of our time and your time, and especially now, this time of the year when if you look outside right now, out of my window that you can't see, there's 2 inches of snow on the ground. And so not only am I standing out there in the cold, which I don't really care about too much, but your pizza's out in the cold too. So that's something to take into consideration, is we're doing the best that we can to deliver it to you warm, but you kind of have to help us with that. Now, third on this list is to give us a working phone number. And this also may seem obvious, but unfortunately it's fairly often that we have people who give us their work phone numbers or numbers that just aren't functional. We get that annoying little voice that is telling us that the number is no longer in service and that we should dial our operator to try again. The only reason we get your phone number from you is for the strict purpose of contacting you in case we need information, such as we wrote down the address wrong and we can't find your house, or we're knocking and we're not getting an answer. We need those numbers to contact you to get you your food. It's really kind of sad when we get the work phone numbers or the not in service numbers, or the numbers that just immediately go to voicemail. It's really unfortunate that we then have to take the pizza back to the shop and wait for you to then contact us. It's a waste of food and it's a waste of time. It's on both sides of the spectrum, like both parties are losing when that happens. So just make it easier on us and on yourselves and give us a working phone number. Now, the fourth point that I want to bring up is really only related to the people who call and ask for a delivery in an apartment complex. And that is to give us a building number. Most of the times, apartment complexes don't make sense with their layout. It's really confusing, especially if you haven't been there before. Now, fortunately, having gone to so many apartment complexes, you kind of get the hang of, what buildings are where and what apartments are where. But it would save an insane amount of time if we're given a building number and not just an apartment number. Most complexes don't make, like I said, they don't make sense in their layout. And so for us to, drive around trying to find apartment 126, it's a waste of time. We could just, go to building 5. For example, building 5. And we can find that building and then find your apartment number. It saves us a whole lot of time, and it saves you time, and we can get you your food faster. That's my main goal when I'm delivering, is to get you your food as fast as possible. The 5th and final point that I want to bring up is to be pleasant to your delivery driver. I always try to be pleasant to the people who answer their door. I don't know their day. I don't know what they've gone through during that day. I don't know if they've had a bad day. I don't know if they've had a great day. I always try to initiate a conversation when they open the door. Hey, how's the day going for you so far? How's the night going for you so far? And it really just makes for a more pleasant encounter and conversation, and you could be the highlight of your driver's night if you simply are friendly to him. Unfortunately, it's all too often that we have people who answer the door, and you get 3 or 4 words out of them at most, and you kind of feel like you're invading in their private space. Now, I want to be clear that I'm not trying to bag on people who are socially awkward like me, because that's how I am. If I were to answer the door, I would probably say something really stupid and insult a bunch of people, all while not even trying. Isn't that that's a skill? That's a socially great skill to have. I do understand that it can be really awkward opening the door and talking to a complete stranger. I mean, there's a difference between being awkward and not really knowing what to say and straight up being rude about it. And we do get that quite a bit, unfortunately. So that's kind of the end comment that I want to make. If, just be pleasant to your driver, and if he's worth anything, then he'll be pleasant back to you. It's as simple as that. Alrighty, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you did find this informative, then let me know. If you have any questions or concerns or comments, agreements, disagreements, whatever they may be, let me know down in the comment section, or wherever you're seeing this. Go ahead and comment and ask away. Alright, and that's that. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, then applause to you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. CJ over now. Adios.